Hey, welcome into Live in the Bay. We have a great show for you today. Coming up, looking to shake up your routine without leaving the Bay. We're diving into local getaways from oceanfront golf and laid-back cruises to breathtaking seaplane rides with unforgettable views. If you're ready to explore like a local, we've got your next adventure lined up. Then a Bay Area legacy built on comfort and care. Beck's Shoes joins us to share how 5 generations of family business continue to redefine the way we shop for the perfect fit. Plus, a meaningful conversation that matters. Monique Turner joins us to talk about empowering youth, navigating real-life challenges, and building confidence from the inside out. And later, a story of purpose brought to life on screen. New Life, the movie, creators stop by to share the inspiration behind their powerful, faith-driven film. There's so much happening today on Live in the Bay. Hey, welcome into Live in the Bay. I'm Jessica Wills. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're having a great week. I'm so excited for all of our guests today. We've got a full lineup, but let's get you guys caught up with any headlines that you may have missed in case you missed it. All right, you can now register to live the best of both worlds. Registration opened this morning for a chance to stay at a special Hannah Montana themed Airbnb. It's in celebration of the hit Disney sitcom's 20th anniversary. Airbnb recreated the fictional pop star's Malibu beach house, and it also has interactive features, including Hannah's closet. There are 10 separate one-night stays available from April 6th through the 16th for up to 4 guests per visit, and it's completely free. Guests are responsible for their own travel to and from Malibu. But so many people are so excited about the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. So it only feels right that there's a way to celebrate and kind of get right into the mix, right? This would be a really, really cool experience. All right. The biggest group in the world, BTS, stopped by The Tonight Show in New York City last night. And of course, the crowd was going crazy as the guys entered the studio. You can see the fans leaving their seats to try and get a better look at them. They're beyond excited. And before the show, BTS surprised a few of their fans. The fans thought they were recording a song for BTS to watch during the show. But little did they know, the guys were hiding in plain sight. Take a look.
Swim, water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I can spend a lifetime watching you.
Awesome.
Swim.
Thank you guys so much. That was perfect. Okay, just take your headphones off and push the door to exit. Thank you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Gone away, I still wake up in this mad world. Name a place that I could breathe. Push the door.
So we're down here over. Wait. Sorry, we're in the middle of a meeting.
Hi there. It's so cool in here.
Okay, so it's right hand green. Right hand green. Right hand. You want to do right hand? Can you do right hand green? Sorry, yeah. Right hand green. Thank you so much.
Jimmy Fallon is the absolute best. BTS will be back on The Tonight Show as guests tonight for the 2nd night in a row. I wonder if they've ever done this before, actually. Have they had the same guests back-to-back? I feel like BTS is definitely big enough. Fans probably can't get enough of them, so very exciting. You'll have to tune in if you're interested to the 2nd episode tonight. All right, Jeopardy is getting a new spin off of YouTube. This is fun. It's called Jeopardy, the YouTube edition. The show will be hosted by Ken Jennings and feature 3 YouTube creators playing for their charity of choice. And while the format will stay the same, the questions will feature clues and categories related to the internet culture and YouTube itself. The first contestants are RuPaul's Drag Race alum and podcast host Monet Exchange, and DJ and one-time YouTube sensation Friday, and singer Rebecca Black, and YouTuber Brennan Lee Mulligan. The new edition will debut on March 31st at 9 p.m. on YouTube. I think that this is so fun, right? You're taking the internet culture, people who have been hits on social media, bringing them into this new experience, and then all the questions are going to be about pop culture and internet culture, and maybe that means I'll be able to get some of the questions. I feel like on Jeopardy, I can usually get, like, if I can get 1 or 2 questions right, I'm like, yes, I'm smart. Like, these people that are on the regular Jeopardy show are truly geniuses, but I love this version. I'll definitely be tuning in. All right, an immersive new exhibit exploring the life and death of Egypt's last queen, Cleopatra, is opening in London this week. It brings the iconic ruler to life through stunning projection rooms, holograms, and interactive installations, creating a truly walkthrough experience. And it was all developed in collaboration with leading historians and Egyptologists, blending high-tech storytelling with real historical insight. Take a look.
Roman propaganda is a big and important source of information for Cleopatra's story. There's no question about that. They give us a very kind of dramatic, almost scene by scene sort of story, which of course is perfect inspiration for Shakespeare and Hollywood.
Alongside all the cutting-edge technology, you'll also see real historic artifacts on display, and curators say one of the most fascinating mysteries at the heart of the exhibit is that Cleopatra's final resting place has never been found, despite centuries of searching. But this looks so cool. I think this is a really fun way to kind of bring up the tech in a museum, right? So we know a normal museum and kind of what you see walking through, but I think the experience of bringing the technology in, using the holograms, I think this is so fun. All right, new research is raising eyebrows about how Gen Z is navigating the job market. Listen to this. According to resume platform Zeddy, as many as 1 in 5 Gen Z job seekers say they've actually brought a parent along to a job interview, with about 15% doing so in person. The study also found nearly half have gotten their help from their parents on the resume or cover letter, and close to a third have leaned on them to negotiate pay and benefits. Now, Fortune reports Gen Z is facing one of the toughest hiring markets in years, but not everyone is on board with the extra support. Fox Business Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary says bringing a parent to an interview is a fast track to getting your resume tossed in the trash. Okay, I can understand parents helping with cover letters and also kind of helping to negotiate the benefits and the salary, because they've already done it, they've experienced it, and we look to our parents for guidance, right, on these kind of things. They know more than us in a lot of these situations, so that I don't have a problem with. But bringing your parent to a job interview is a little, iffy, a little questionable to me. So, you know, Kevin O'Leary says you're gonna get your resume tossed right in the trash. I don't know, depends on who the interview person is. If it's someone a little bit older, they're probably gonna look at that as a bad sign in some way. So just a heads up, do with you will with that information. All right, apparently there's a correct way to eat cereal, and we've all been doing it wrong. Take a look at this.
With a spoon held in your dominant hand and the fork in your non-dominant hand, you will eat. Now, it's not soup, so you don't need to scoop away from you like you would with soup, but you can use the fork to push some corned flakes onto your spoon and eat accordingly.
This is hysterical. As you can see, etiquette coach William Hanson is stirring up quite the debate, claiming you should eat cereal with both a spoon and a fork. And the video has racked up millions of views, with plenty of people wondering if it's just rage bait. Now, some experts say the technique is actually rooted in old British dining traditions, but it's definitely not something you'll commonly see here in the U.S. And the biggest takeaway, however you eat your cereal, just don't use your fingers to push it onto the spoon. So this video has caused quite the stir on social media. And so thinking of the eating practices, it got us thinking, and that's going to lead us right into today's question of the day. We want to know, what's a food rule that you follow that others might find strange? Go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen, or go to Instagram and Facebook at Live in the Bay TV to send us your answers. I feel like this is going to be a good question of the day. I definitely want to hear from you guys. So for me, this one about cereal kind of brought back a memory for me. When I eat my cereal, I pour everything into the bowl, pour the milk in there, and then with my spoon, I kind of like hit every cereal to make sure it dunks into the milk. So nothing can be dry. Everything has to be like covered in milk. And in college, one of my roommates one morning, you know, we're eating together and I'm just going like this with my cereal with a spoon. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting all the cereal wet. Like I can't eat the cereal without it all being wet. So she's like, you do that every morning and it's taking, she's like, and it annoys me every morning, but I finally have to say something. And I was like, oh, like weird. Like I didn't even know that this was the thing that I was doing every single day. So that is apparently my way to eat cereal. And I know I still do that to this day. Absolutely. Every cereal has to be wet and then I can take some bites. So I want to hear your quirkiness things when it comes to food. Scan the QR code. While you do that, let's send things over to Brady. Brady, do you have an answer for us today on this question of the day?
Yeah, mine's very specific. It involves a pickle spear. So like, I have to eat like the outside of it, or the like inside of the pickle first, and then like eat the skin after. And I don't know if I'm really explaining it well. It's something I think that you would have to see to understand, but I don't know that you want to. So we're just gonna move along to the weather here. I didn't realize I did it either until somebody pointed it out to me. They're like, what are you doing? And I eat it in 2 parts, I guess. All right, it's a really nice day outside. If maybe you want to go have lunch outside this afternoon. We have a few high clouds moving through the Bay Area. Temperatures, they're pretty comfortable. We've got 60s and 70s, 67 in San Francisco, 66 right now in Oakland, Half Moon Bay at 64, upper 60s in Fremont, 70s for Cupertino, San Jose, Livermore, Pittsburgh, Fairfield, a few more spots popping into the 70s this afternoon. Our highs are going to get mostly into the 60s and 70s, so still another comfortable day, really similar to yesterday, with a few spots you can see into the North Bay getting into the 80s, around Vacaville, Antioch, Concord, 80s as well. As we head into the weekend, things are actually going to warm up just a little bit more. Today, those temperatures above normal, but it's not all that hot. It's actually pretty comfortable. Into the weekend, it is going to be a little bit warmer out there, a few more 80s, but we do stay dry. We have some big changes next week. It's been a while since we've seen rain around here, and it's been a while since we've seen highs in the 60s, but both of those things looking likely as we head into next week. So here's a look at our future cast as we get through the weekend. A few passing clouds, but we're dry, we're warm. Slight chance at maybe a sprinkle on Monday, but really more so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a shot at just some beneficial rain around here. So it is going to be pretty widespread, but it's been a minute since we've seen rain, so it shouldn't cause any problems. The ground should soak that up pretty quickly, seeing as it's pretty dry out there. So here's a look at our 7-day forecast. You see back to those 80s for our inland spots through the weekend. A little bit of a cool down on Monday. By Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when you can expect to see those showers moving back in. And then highs, even inland, back down into the 60s. Jess?
Brady, thank you so much for that. And your pickle eating makes total sense for me. You're scooping out the middle, the soft part, and then you get to enjoy the extra crunch of the outside of the pickle. Makes perfect sense to me. All right, still to come here on Live in the Bay. We're taking you across the Bay for some unforgettable local experiences, from scenic golf getaways and on-the-water adventures. We'll chat with local getaways. And later, a powerful story of faith, identity, and transformation. New Life, the movie, takes center stage as the creators share the heart behind the film. All of that and so much more when Live in the Bay returns in 2 minutes. Stay with us. If you're looking for something fun and different to do around the Bay Area, we've got you covered. Nikki Wood, co-founder and publisher of Local Getaways, joins us to share some incredible local experiences waiting for you, from golf to bay excursions to seaplane rides over San Francisco. Nikki, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Me too. I love when you join us because you are giving us all the tips to get out and explore and enjoy the best of the Bay Area. So right now we're heading into some really good weather, right? Spring has sprung. I feel like it's a perfect time to be on the golf course.
Yeah, it is a perfect time to be on a golf course if you're a golfer. My business partner's a fanatic, so I love talking about it for her.
Yeah.
There's a couple places that are just so stunning. I mean, if we start off with the Half Moon Bay golf links, it's beautiful out there. There's two 18-hole courses that sort of bookmark Ritz, Carlton, and so every hole has an amazing view, and there's amazing food at the restaurant as well. And then if you want to go inland a little bit, just look at the rolling hills of Wente.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, it's beautiful there. And they've got a phenomenal golf course. They have something that's really special. Wente's a family-owned business.
Yeah.
And they're so family-oriented that they like to celebrate. So if it's your birthday, guess what?
What?
You get a free round of golf.
Wow. Yeah. That's a great deal. I don't think I've heard of that anywhere.
Yeah, it is. And you know, a lot of people like to book their tea time early in the morning. I say book it a little bit later so that afterwards you can go and have a wine tasting at sunset.
A 2-for-1.
A 2-for-1.
Yeah, so this is really a golf course at a winery.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. They have restaurants there. I mean, it's stunning. And it's, like I said, it's family owned, so they treat you like family when you get there.
Okay, that will be so fun. Something else I know that people are just itching to do as this warmer weather kicks up is get out on the water and enjoy some adventures. What do you have for us?
Get out on the water, go to Sausalito Boat Company, and rent a new Duffy boat. I don't think we have them many places in Northern California.
Yeah.
And you can rent the boat, you can have a party on the boat, you can, and you're going 5 miles an hour, so it's pretty chill, but you can bring your friends, bring your family. 8 to 12 people can fit on the boat.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun because you're sort of just, you know, tooling around Richardson Bay, but it is stunning, and you can bring your dog. Get a life vest for them.
Yeah.
But you can bring your dog, you can have your friends, you can have just a couple of you there. You can go from 2 hours to 4 hours to 6 hours. And there's something special about it as well. If you mention LG10, you might get a discount on it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
it's really
All right,
fun.
that's a great one.
Yep.
Tell me about the Angel Island Ferry and what fun we can experience there.
Well, Angel Island Ferry, there's Captain Maggie. And Captain Maggie's been around for a little while, and she steers that ship over to Angel Island. And if you go there, you can bring a bike, you can rent a bike when you're over there. But the views, again, and she does other excursions as well on the boat, but it's a different way to see the water.
Yeah, just because you don't have a boat doesn't mean you can't experience it, right?
Absolutely.
Even when it comes to chartering a private yacht. Tell me about this.
Right. So Live It Up Charter has a 92-foot private yacht. They do group bookings on there. They do individual bookings. They have weddings on the yacht, and they go everywhere. They'll take you down to Mexico if you want to go down to Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, and they'll do wine tastings. So it's great for groups. It's great for corporate events. If you just want to have a private, you know.
Can you do parties? Can you do like a private party or
you can.
wedding on the boat?
Oh, they're great with weddings too. Yeah, they do. And in fact, the owner of the boat recently got married, so he got married on his own boat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Captain John married him.
You might as well, right?
Right,
If you have the yacht, I mean, it sounds like a great place to get married to me.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
Okay, there also is an amazing place that you can get up to experience a beautiful view of the Bay Area. Tell me about this.
So Seaplane Adventures and Aero Adventures is the helicopter part of it. They are the only ones that are certified and grandfathered in to fly over the Golden Gate Bridge. You can't see the Golden Gate Bridge from that vantage point any other way.
Wow.
You can take one of the boats and they'll go under it, but you can never see it above it. Some of their excursions, you can do a champagne brunch. Sorry, not a champagne brunch, a champagne tour of it. And it's a different way to see the Bay Area. They go over to, you can see Alcatraz from above, you can see the entire city from above, you just go over the ocean. And again, to me, I've done it, to me, flying over the Golden Gate Bridge is just unbelievable.
Yeah, if they're the only one that is authorized to do that, I feel like they are the one to go with, right?
Absolutely.
That sounds so incredible.
Absolutely.
I want you to highlight your website a little bit for us, for anyone that's looking to explore.
Sure.
You guys have a really great website. Tell me how you can navigate that to plan your weekend adventures.
Just log on to localgetaways.com. What do you want to do? Do you want a road trip? Do you want to just see what's going on for the weekend? Do you want to figure out you've got your girlfriends or you've got your family, you want beaches to go to? We have it all on localgetaways.com. So whatever you're thinking that you might want to do, go to the site. We will inspire you.
Okay, amazing. Nikki, as always, thank you so much for joining us. You guys make it so easy to plan and explore all these beautiful destinations that we have right here in the Bay Area. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, because this is the best.
Yes, of course. Always good to see you. All right, if you want to learn more about local getaways, like Nikki said, you can go to localgetaways.com. All of the information is posted there to plan your perfect weekend getaway. Coming up here on Live in the Bay, we step inside one of the Bay Area's most beloved family businesses. Beck's Shoes shares the century-long family legacy, what makes their stores so unique, and how they continue to reinvent the shoe shopping experience for every generation. And as we head to break, we want you to answer our question of the day still. Scan that QR code. Today, we want to know what's a food rule that you follow that others might find strange. Let us know, and your answer could be read a little bit later in the show. Don't go anywhere. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. From a century-old family tradition to a modern-day shopping experience, some things never go out of style. Joining us now are Julia Beck Gomez, Chief People and Impact Officer, and James Tremaine from Beck's Shoes, here to share what sets their stores apart, the family legacy behind the brand, and how they're reimagining the shoe shopping experience for every generation. Thank you both so much for being here at Live in the Bay. Yes, Julia, let's talk about the tradition. 105 years is quite the accomplishment. Tell me what Beck's Shoes is all about.
Essentially, our family legacy is consumer experience. We want to make sure that every person that comes into our door feels like a part of our family. My great-great-grandfather came over from Denmark to try and get out of the shoe business, decided that he just couldn't because it's in our blood, and we haven't really looked back since. It's been an amazing experience, and we just want to bring that legacy and that comfort and that experience to the consumers everywhere we go.
Yeah, and James, you are in the stores. You are part of making every customer feel so special when they come through those doors. And part of that reason is the value propositions that you guys stand on. You know, tell me about those principles.
Yes, I'd love to talk about it. We measure, we scan every single person that walks in through our front doors, and we are proud to do it for our San Francisco location. We update our displays. Right now is the best time to come. We've got sandals, we got shoes. You could look at the displays, you could touch them, you could ask us questions about whatever you want to try on, and we love every second of what we're able to deliver here. We've been in San Francisco for 3 years, and we're proud.
Yeah, and we also custom fit, and that would be the third of our value proposition. So you've got our double Brannick device, which is 100 years old this year, and it is really important to us to make sure that we are having every person come in and getting the information, their arch length, their foot length, and their width. We want to have the right fit, the right shoe, and that's where people like James come in, and they know the footwear, they understand what it is we're trying to accomplish, and really take away pain, make people more comfortable, have a better life experience.
Yes, James, talk about how much of an impact that makes for every customer to get those measurements when they come through the door. What does that do in terms of getting them the perfect footwear?
So it helps us bring out shoes in the exact size every single time. You don't have to try on multiple sizes of the same shoe, and we could bring out different shoes and already judge the size based on that particular brand, that particular fit. We brought a little bit of the store here. This is one of my favorite fitting aids, the tongue pad.
Yeah.
You put it on the lip of a shoe to get an even more snug fit at the heel. But there's a lot of creative ways that we're able to deliver service. I like to cut it to fit sandal straps. That way we could get a secure fit for ladies in their sandals. Something that you might not think could make a big difference, but it's that cherry on top of what we're able to do.
Yeah,
and feet different from left to right. So, and every single shoe, every manufacturer, all of them are using different lasts. They're building shoes differently. So being able to customize shoes for people and then walking out with that perfect fit is incredibly important to us. So it's something that we love to do.
Absolutely, especially when you guys are also catering to every single different walk of life.
Yes.
Whether it's for their work shoe, it's their house shoe, it's their walking shoe. Truly, that perfect fit in all of these separate areas of everyone's lives is going to make such a difference.
Yes.
Julie, what is something that people wouldn't otherwise know about Beck's Shoes?
I think, well, the fact that we've been around for 106 years and it's a family-owned business, I think that's a big deal. We've grown into 6 states, actually. So we have 26 stores over 6 states. So a lot of people don't realize that we're not a big chain and that we have just this small familial feel that we do. So I think other than that, as we have grown, being 100 years old or over 100 years old, you would think that, you know, maybe there's some things that we still do that aren't quite up to date, but we really try and evolve as a family business. We want to stay relevant. As a matter of fact,
Speaking of which,
yes,
you have something new and exciting. You guys are just launching.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
So we are really excited to launch our first ever digital catalog for our business. We want to make sure that we're bringing our in-store experience and our online experience together. So from April 1st to May 1st, we're doing a buy more, save more promotion. And actually, James and I are wearing some of the footwear that you can find in the catalog, which is very exciting. And we just want to make sure that we are giving our consumer multiple ways to come experience us, whatever their preference is. And it's just a fun time. We want to make sure to give them a reason to shop with us. It's spring, it's getting warm. It's time to update your closet, so we have everything that you would potentially need, whether it's a vacation or a 5K. We can help you find the shoes for that event.
You got everyone covered. Well, Julia, thank you so much. And James, thank you for making every customer just feel so valued and comfortable when they come through the store.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, appreciate you both.
Thanks, Jess.
To learn more about Beck Shoes, head over to their website. That is beckshoes.com. And of course, we'll post their information on our website as well, liveinthebay.tv. When we come back here on the show, grab your wands and polish your broomsticks. We're giving you a first look at HBO's brand new Harry Potter series, taking you back to Hogwarts for magic, friendship, and adventure like never before. Don't go anywhere. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. Welcome back into Live in the Bay. I'm Jessica Wills. Still so much more to come on the show. We're introducing you to Monique Turner, the creative force behind the superhero Miss Key. We'll learn how she's inspiring the next generation to discover their confidence and unlock their own superpowers. Plus, a faith-inspired story exploring identity, purpose, and redemption. We'll hear about New Life, the movie, and why this is a story the world needs to see. But first, let's see what you had to say about our question of the day today. I'm excited to get to these answers. I want to know all your quirky food things that you do. What's a food rule you follow that others might find strange? Let's bring in our first viewer answer. Fred, thanks for tuning in. I cut my spaghetti with a knife before eating it so I don't have long pieces hanging down that I have to maneuver to get in my mouth. Okay, I like that. You know what? If you don't want to get messy with your spaghetti, that's okay. Cut it up with a knife. Fred, I love this. Thank you for that. Let's bring in our next viewer. Tim, thanks for watching, who said, I have to peel the skin off a radish with my teeth before I eat the rest of it. Okay, that is interesting. I didn't even know that you can peel the skin off of a radish, let alone with your teeth. I feel like you should take video of that and post it on social media and tag Live in the Bay. I would love to see it, Tim. Thanks for that answer. Let's bring in our last viewer. Shlomo, thanks for tuning in. Shlomo, who said, I always wash fruit before eating it, even if it looks clean. Yes, absolutely. This is something you should be doing with your fruit. So definitely get that fruit washed. And of course, if it looks clean, it was still in the grocery store. Someone might have been touching it, trying to decide, do they want it? You definitely got to wash it. So these are all some fun answers. Thank you so much. I love the quirkiness from everyone. And every single day you can chime into our viewer voice. All you have to do is scan the QR code there, or you can go to our social media pages, Live in the Bay TV. We posted our question of the day on Instagram and Facebook. We love to hear from you guys. Thanks for chiming in. All right, this is so exciting. Exciting news for Harry Potter fans. After years of waiting, HBO is bringing the Wizarding World back to life with a brand new series. Today, get your very first look at the magic, the adventure, and the iconic characters we all know and love. Here's the first trailer for the new Harry Potter series. Take a look.
I told you. You are a normal boy, and you're going to start acting like one. You think you're something special? There is nothing special about you. I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and clever. They stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you will be in Hogwarts.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you. Let's see who you are.
Are you really Harry Potter?
Sure.
Looks so good. Experience the magic at Hogwarts again when Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone starts streaming Christmas this year on HBO Max. When we come back here on Live in the Bay, she's unlocking superpowers in kids across the Bay Area. Monique Turner joins us to show how her superhero books are helping youth build confidence and make positive choices. Stay right there. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. Every kid has a superpower, and it's all about unlocking it. That's the mission of the superhero Miss Key, created by Monique Turner. Her stories show kids how to turn challenges into strength, handling emotions, making smart choices, standing up for themselves, and spreading kindness. Miss Key, thanks for being here at Live in the Bay.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I think you might be our first superhero to join us here at Live in the Bay.
Oh, wow, I'm always excited to be the first.
And you go around to schools and you are teaching kids to be their best selves. How are you doing that?
Yes, so I do that through multiple ways. I do it through assemblies. I also do it through classroom readings by using one of my signature books here, and I do it through small groups. And, you know, the goal is really to help students learn how to unpack their emotions.
And tell me about some of the books that you've created.
So here I've created different books, and again, the goal is around managing our emotions. So the books, my signature books provide our STOP signature program, which is really helping students learn how to unpack all those different emotions using STOP, which just means slow down, right? Think about it, think about how we're feeling, open our mind to different possibilities, and then process how you like to proceed.
I love that. This is a technique that can kind of get them to slow down if they're having some emotions about something, right? And make sure that the next things that they're doing, the next steps they're taking is going to be something that's not going to get them into trouble or end them up in a bad situation, right?
Yes.
Tell me about, you know, how this is helping with them to build their confidence.
Well, it really helps them build their confidence because I'm the superhero that they actually get to touch, feel, and see, and be so excited about when I actually come in and do the assemblies, and then they get to see me online and on YouTube, and they get to actually have merchandise for me, which having my hoodies or my books or my puzzles. And so it's just a really big, fun, exciting imagination, you know, them using their imagination. And so I think that's what sets me apart from every other superhero.
Amazing. I know one thing that all of our youth are dealing with today is social media. Tell me how you're helping them to navigate social media and everything that comes with.
Well, again, through imagination and them knowing that, you know, you have the power. And so if you're being cyberbullied and bullied online or off the line, the goal is to really speak up for yourself and others if somebody is hurting you or somebody you know by telling 3 adults. And so that's our motto. We always tell 3 adults if somebody is hurting us or somebody that we know.
Okay. And are there any dangers that they need to be aware of when it comes to social media? How are you helping them with that?
Yeah, well, one of the main things when it comes to the dangers is them knowing not to post something online when they're actually at that location. One of our big things is wait 15 minutes once you leave that location. And again, why? Because they know, so their safety. We don't want somebody being able to come to them in that moment.
Incredible. That is a good tip. I do love that because we don't want everyone to know where our kids are all the time, right? They do have the phones. Kids are having phones on them younger and younger these days. So that is a very good tip for all of parents to share with their kids. How are you helping kids to grow their emotional intelligence?
Ooh, yes, love that. Well, with self-awareness, through our books, we also use our books, but self-awareness is very important. And so what we're teaching them is how to manage their mood, attitude, and energy.
And I love that. How are you doing that?
And so we do that again through just multiple ways of stop. And so stop is our framework around that. And so stop again means slow down. We take 3 deep breaths. After we take those 3 deep breaths, think about how you're feeling inside, because how you feel matters, as well as the other person. And then open your mind. If this is trouble, open your mind to the consequences. If it is not trouble, for our educators, open your mind to some different possibilities on how to deal with the situation. And then once you processed everything, how would you like to proceed?
I love that. What is the best part about you being a superhero and inspiring every young child out there, young student, to just be their best self?
Well, the best part is imagination. We need to bring back imagination, bravery, creativity, fun, and play. And so that's what I'm doing through my character, Mrs. Key, is bringing back all the things that are missing right now in our schools.
Okay, Miss Key, where can people find more information about you and follow along?
All right, so just go to MoniqueTurner.com. If you go to MoniqueTurner.com, then everything that you need to know about Miss Key and how you could book Miss Key and have Miss Key come to one of your schools is right there.
Okay, amazing. Miss Key, high five right here. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. If you want to learn more about Miss Key and her books, head over to liveinthebay.tv. We'll post her information there. After the break, we go behind the scenes of New Life, the movie. Meet Cleve Brown, the writer and director, and actor Perion Roberts as they share how this faith-inspired story of identity, friendship, and redemption came to life and what audiences can look forward to when it hits the screen. And as we head to break, you can here's what you can catch tonight here on KRON4. Stay right there. Live in the Bay is coming right back. Some stories don't just entertain, they inspire. New Life, the movie, is a faith-driven, coming-of-age tale about identity, friendship, and redemption. Joining us today is writer and director Cleve Brown and actor-producer Perion Roberts, here to take us behind the scenes and show how this heartfelt story came to life on the big screen. Cleve and Perion, thanks for being here for Live in the Bay.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes, so tell me what this movie is all about.
Yeah, New Life, the movie is a faith-based coming-of-age story of a young African-American college freshman trying to figure out life, purpose, and identity, going through a tumultuous journey, figuring out that his answers to what he's searching for is through the one thing that he tried to abandon. New Life, the movie is based off my own life story, why I gave my life to Christ, and
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what inspired you to write this?
Yeah, what inspired me to write this is basically, my own life story. So New Life, Peter, the character Peter in the movie, is based off of my own life experience and journey, trying to figure out my life and trying to go through seasons of transition. And basically, that's what inspired it.
Yeah, and Perion, you play Peter.
Yes.
Tell me what it was like for you, learning about this character and getting into this character, and what did you learn while you played him?
Man, I learned a lot. One of the things that I learned through playing this role is that it is okay to not only have questions, but to ask them. The Christian faith and the Bible can be quite complex and confusing at times, and I feel like there are people out there that have questions, but they're afraid to ask because maybe there's a fear of judgment or they're worried about looking silly or sounding crazy. But through this role, this role reiterated to me that when you ask those questions, when you find a good group of brothers and sisters in Christ to do life and Bible studies with, that is when you'll embark on a journey of better understanding.
Amazing. And Cleve, you as going through this process and getting this movie done, were there any challenges that you came across?
Yes, New Life, making a movie is not an inexpensive thing to do. So one of the challenges I had to face was basically that I had to face with trying to tell people about this vision and story and to convince people to put their hard-earned money to believe in the story, to believe in the vision, to see this movie be on the big screen. So that's one of the challenges, to build perseverance And through this, convincing people, we was able to successfully raise $7,000.
Wow, that's incredible. Oh my goodness, great job. Perion, what was it like for you filming this and bringing this whole movie to life?
I had a blast. For me, honestly, this did not feel like just making another movie or entertainment. This was ministry. And fun fact, the cast and crew actually lived on campus where we filmed this project. So one of the highlights of the entire experience was the camaraderie and the familial aspect on set. I mean, we ate together, prayed, encouraged each other. I even did my first TikTok with them.
There you go.
So we had a wonderful time, while making this beautiful art and telling this impactful story.
Yeah, tell me about some of the other cast and crew.
Yeah, we also have one of our leads named Seisha. She played the character Melissa in the story. She played a super passionate young woman that just loves the Lord, and she plays a significant role in Perion's character Peter in trying to show him the way helping him guide him through his transition. Another character that's on New Life, the movie, was a guy named Gregory. He played Zechariah. He's part of the trio of Peter, Melissa, and Zechariah. So, yeah, and then the other cast and crew, there's just so many to name. So we'd be here forever.
Yes, so, incredible. A good bunch that came together to make this all work.
Yes.
Perion, what do you hope that people take away when they see this?
My desire is that people will feel seen and represented through the various characters depicted, and I hope that those who have questions will feel encouraged to ask the questions, be bold, and get the clarity that they're searching for. And lastly, I pray that seeds will be planted in hearts and minds, and ultimately people will be led to Christ.
Yeah, and Cleve, what about for you as the director? What do you hope that everyone takes away when they see this?
Yeah, first and foremost, honestly, transparently, that people will be more, they'll be more open to God, to be more open to faith, be more open to Jesus Christ. And then secondly, what I want people to take away when they see this movie is that they're not alone in their seasons of transition. They're not alone in their questioning. They're not alone in just trying to figure out how to do life.
Yeah, what is something that you learned through this process? You were in charge of pulling it all together. I know that there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes before you even get to the first day on set, right? What is something that you learned through all of this?
Yeah, something I learned through all this is that what makes a good leader is someone that's willing to basically be able to hear your team and listen to your team and just make sure your team feels comfortable on set.
Yeah, that's a big job, right? You got to make sure that all the actors are ready to go, that they feel comfortable, and that there's a trust between everyone, right? Where can everyone check this out? How do we get to see this?
Yes, so people could check out New Life the Movie. They can get updates and stay in the loop through our website, newlifethemovie.net. And also, as well, that they could also be on our website, on Instagram as well, at New Life the Movie.
Okay, incredible. Well, I just want to thank you both so much for joining us and sharing all about it. Congratulations once again. I know that this is going to be enjoyed by so many.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
If you want to learn more about New Life, the movie, we will post their information on our website. Head over to liveinthebay.tv. Stay right here. After the break, we'll have a look at what's coming up tomorrow on the show. But first, here's what you can catch tonight right here on KRON4 Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. What a fun show. That does it for us today. If you missed anything, head over to our website. We keep the party going there at liveinthebay.tv. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.